Welcome back, America. I'm Hugh Hewitt from Studio West, joined by United States Senator Tom Cotton from the great state of Arkansas. Good morning, Senator. Always good to talk to you.
Good morning, Hugh. Good to be back on with you.
At the Republican National Committee winter meeting, I got to sit with the Arkansas Republican National Committee member. Former U.S. Attorney is now the chairman of your party down there. You are in good shape in Arkansas. They're very, very capable people.
We are. We have a new chairman. Governor Sanders asked Cody Highland, who is the U.S. Attorney for President Trump in the Eastern District of Arkansas, to be our chair, and he's going to be an outstanding leader for the Republican Party of Arkansas.
Now, Senator, I want to talk to you about President Biden's document problem. In this morning's New York Times, in an article by Glenn Thrush, is this statement, quote, Mr. Biden's voluntary compliance with Justice Department and FBI stands in stark contrast with the behavior of former President Donald J. Trump, close quote. A, I don't believe that's true, but B, I don't know that it's voluntary cooperation. Are you certain that no subpoena has been issued to the president, the first lady, or any entity tied to the Bidens that would have led to the searches at the Penn Biden Center or the Biden homes?
No, Hugh, I'm not certain at all. I think that's a very reasonable question. I know the White House has been refusing to answer any questions, just like they refuse to let Congress see these documents so we can make an informed judgment about what, if any, damage to national security might have occurred. It'd be very nice if someone would simply ask the president or ask his mouthpieces, have you received a subpoena for any of these matters? That's a simple yes or no question that would not interfere with any investigation.
So we actually don't know that they're voluntary. We don't know that. They might be, but we don't know that. I point out Glenn is wrong about that, but also the immediate rush to compare and contrast with Donald Trump. After reading the Columbia Journalism Review multi-part series on Russia, I think it's extraordinary for the New York Times to publish that. Have you had a chance yet to read the Columbia Journalism Review on the Russia investigation, Senator Cotton?
I have not, but I imagine it's going to be pretty bad because I saw that up close and personal as a senator and also as a member of the Senate Intelligence Committee. Furthermore, Hugh, I want to point out it's not just a double standard between Donald Trump and Joe Biden, but also Joe Biden and Mike Pence. Mike Pence's lawyers, in an abundance of caution, searched through his home a couple weeks ago for classified documents. They said they found a few. And then what happened? The FBI showed up almost immediately within a matter of hours, unlike the situation that it appears with Joe Biden. Furthermore, we still have not the faintest clue what was in the documents at Joe Biden's house, yet someone in the Department of Justice or the FBI or the National Archives has already leaked to CNN what was in the Mike Pence documents. So, again, it's just a continuing double standard that this administration applies when something happens to Republicans versus when it happens to a Democrat, especially that Democrat is named Joe Biden.
Senator, you have access to the SCIF, the Sensitive Compartment and Information Facility in the Congress. Have you ever taken a document out of the SCIF?
No, Hugh, and in the Congress, it is almost impossible to do so. I mean, you walk in and you turn over your phone and AirPods and Apple Watch and anything else that could transmit a signal or receive a signal. The staff still ask you if you have anything else on you, and then when you walk out, they double-check to make sure you don't have classified documents in your hand or, you know, if you're a Democrat like Sandy Berger, stuffed in your socks or your underwear, I guess.
Do you have any idea how Senator Biden got classified documents out of the Congress to his home?
I don't, Hugh, and that is maybe one of the most curious parts of this story. Again, what I just described to you is the way that classified documents are handled. Now, if you're on the Intelligence Committee, it's also appropriate for a staffer who is cleared to transport classified documents to bring them to your office. That's not a SCIF, but that's done in a locked bag, and that aide has to sit with you while you review them. You can't discuss the contents of them, and when you're done, you hand them back to the aide who puts them back in the locked bag and takes them back to the secure facility. I can just imagine, though, Joe Biden, who, let's be honest, is a bit prideful and even a blowhard, back in his days as chair of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, he's got all chesty about his right to handle classified documents however the hell he wanted to. So I think that's another important question that we need answers to is how did then Senator Biden apparently have classified documents on him when it's well near impossible for a senator to walk out of a secure facility with classified documents.
Now, I watched an interview between Chairman Warner and Ranking Member Rubio about the Intel Committee. Has the Intel Committee done a hearing yet? looking specifically at the Biden documents and whether or not they will be allowed to be seen by the members of the committee and how they might have migrated from Congress to Delaware?
No, Hugh, we haven't. We asked immediately last summer for the documents from Mar-a-Lago and for the intelligence community's damage assessment of it. We've never received that either. And the administration's position is that we will never receive them, at least until the special counsels are done with both investigations, which could take years. That's an untenable position. We have an absolute right to these documents to form our own assessment of what damage, if any, was caused to national security by their mishandling. We're not going to defer to a bunch of lawyer bureaucrats sitting at the Department of Justice or the FBI or the intelligence agencies. I can tell you every Democrat on the Intelligence Committee, even liberal Democrats, feel that way. So we're going to get answers sooner rather than later.
Good, because I do not understand how an Article 2 agency can tell Article 1, which is charged with the oversight of their agency, that they cannot see the documents in question. Senator Tom Cotton, thank you. Follow him on Twitter at SendTomCotton.